What is your favorite place in Capitol Hill?
My favorite place?
Yeah.
Knights of Columbus.
Why?
It's a place where it's a basketball dojo,
Oh, cool. Okay.
and a lot of the kids in the community have access to the facility, and they have access with their parents, access with coaches, and access with people in the community that care for them, and they can come anytime they want, as long as they've been approved by the community to do so. It's just down the street. We have a particular training modality. The basketball community in Seattle is pretty extensive. We have quite a few kids that end up playing collegiate basketball and then end up playing in the pros. So a lot of the pros come back to
Really?
be a part of what's going on with the kids.
Oh.
And it doesn't cost very minimal or nothing. You know, Knights of Columbus is a place where there's a lot of development that goes on. The kids are able to be exposed to the athletes from the highest level.
That is so. Is it Knights like NIGHT
Yes.
or KNI?
It used to be it's an old building right over here on Union. It's a historical landmark.
Oh, cool.
It has been around for over 100 years. It's probably one of the oldest gyms in Seattle, the oldest gym in Seattle. Nobody knows about it. It's got like a ballroom dance area, a lot of space. It looks like something out of, what's that movie with Jack Nicholson?
The Shining?
Yeah,
Nice.
everything in there. You can actually put a movie set in there if you want.
That is so cool.
You gotta step in there one day and just knock
I'm
the door and check it
intrigued.
out. We've got over close to 20 first-round draft picks in NBA, 3 rookies of the year come through there. A recent kid that we have now is Paolo Banchero. He plays for Orlando Magic. He was a rookie of the year, NBA rookie of the year.
Sweet.
We've got to start in there. So it's a very magical place.
Yeah. I can see why
It's
you love
haunted,
it.
but it's haunted by
Oh my god.
it's haunted by Casper the Friendly Ghost. So there's some weird things.
Does
that
he
happen
join in
there.
the basketball games or is
Yeah, no, there are weird things happening there, but it's a safe place.
What community is the Knights of Columbus a part of?
It's a part of the whole region. So the community is whoever has access to come out here.
Yeah.
So the community could be Seattle, it could be Arlington, it could be Bellingham, it could be Vancouver, Washington, it could be Portland, Oregon, it could be Stockton, California.
How would you describe yourself?
Me?
Yes.
I'm a war baby.
Uh-huh.
So my mother came to be out of World War II,
Okay.
and I came to be out of Vietnam War.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I kind of consider myself someone that's very lucky.
Yeah.
And millions of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, have passed and died from adversity of war. Allowed me to live. So my mother is from Germany,
Wow.
and her parents escaped from Czechoslovakia into Germany
Oh, wow.
to survive, and all of their family was executed because they were Jews. They were
Jeez.
Czechoslovakian Jews. And so a German soldier came across my grandmother, knew that she was Jewish, but he didn't turn her in. He told her, "I'll make a deal with you. I'm not gonna survive this war." And I just found out my wife passed away, and we have 5 kids. All they know is that you're a Czechoslovakian citizen. So if you marry me, you'll be a German citizen. And I want you to get on a train and go to Germany and take care of my kids. And
Wow.
that's how she survived. And then she brought her mom over too, my great grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so my mother met my dad in the 60s. He was a Vietnam, was drafted in Vietnam for the Vietnam War, and we met her. And they got married. I was born in Germany.
You were born in Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And my grandfather met them at the same time, by accident. And so she never met her. My grandfather's African American, and my grandmother is from Czechoslovakia and Germany. and they fell in love, but we couldn't take her back home because he's from Mississippi. And so, but he kept, every time he was stationed in Germany, he'd come by the small town to visit because there's only one black girl that lived in that town. And he would come to visit, and she recognized him. And they met in a bar, like a bar around here. And there's a pool table. My dad and my mom were playing pool and hanging out at the bar. There's a guy across the bar staring at him. And my dad walked up to him because he was getting jealous because he was looking at my mom too much. And he said, you got to stop looking at my woman. And he said, I'm cool. So he went back to play pool, and he looked up, and he's still looking, and he walked over to him and said, let's go outside and let's fight. So he said, we don't have to fight because the person I'm looking at is my daughter. And he goes, prove it. And he just like named off where she was born, what school she went to, where her mother was, everything.
Oh, no.
So he went back to my mother and said, this man over here says he's your dad, and I believe him. I'm going to introduce you to. And so he walked over, and they had a conversation.
Wait, she didn't know that was her dad?
No. And then she went back to my mom, my grandmother,
Yeah.
and said, I met this guy at this bar, and he said he's my dad. And I never met him before. And she's like, what's he look like, and what's his name? Matter of fact, she said, I know his name. Is his name Sammy? Well, it said his name is Sammy. That's him. That's your father.
Wow.
But then they came and got together a few days later, and he introduced her to his family. She had 5 kids already, and they brought her into the family right away.
Wow.
And then we grew up together in Tacoma.